The Wang Yibo family's ultimate anniversary surprise. A night that no one saw coming. Anniversaries are usually celebrated quietly, flowers, candles, maybe a dinner for two. But when it comes to Wang Yibo, nothing is ordinary. And this year, the Wang family staged a surprise so grand, so emotional, that it left the actor, dancer, and global star speechless for the very first time. What started as a normal evening for Yibo turned into a whirlwind of tears, laughter, hidden letters, and a reunion fans are still replaying in disbelief. The build-up to the surprise. For weeks, fans had speculated that Yibo's family was planning something. Shiaozan had been spotted sneaking into a florist late at night. His mother was seen in the city carrying bags that looked suspiciously heavy for just groceries. And Yibo's little cousin had let slip on a live stream. "We are going to make him cry this time. He won't expect it." Cry? Wang Yibo, the man famous for his poker face. Fans laughed it off. But no one knew that the family was weaving together an anniversary memory he would never forget. The scene, a hidden garden of memories. When Yibo walked into the venue, he thought he was heading to a small family dinner. Instead, the doors opened to reveal a candlelit garden, strung with fairy lights, roses in every corner, and photographs of his journey covering the walls. Not just any photographs, private ones. Childhood pictures his fans had never seen. His first bicycle ride. His first award clutched nervously in his teenage hands. His first stage performance with Shiaozan. The garden itself was designed as a timeline of his life. Every step he took led him deeper into memories. And waiting at the end of the path. His family, standing together, holding hands. Shiaozan's entrance. But the biggest gasp came not from the garden, nor from the family, it came when Shiaozan appeared from behind the roses, holding a single candle. The crowd fell silent. Yibo froze. It wasn't just Shiaozan's presence. It was the way he was dressed, simple, elegant, in the very same jacket he had worn years ago during their first concert together. A quiet, symbolic gesture that said, "I remember too." The daughter's voice. Just when Yibo thought his heart couldn't take more, a small, trembling voice called out from the shadows. "Baba, happy anniversary." It was their daughter, wearing a little white dress, clutching a handmade card. She walked up shyly, cheeks pink, and slipped the card into his hand. Inside, written in her careful handwriting. "Thank you for loving us. Don't ever stop smiling." Yibo's knees buckled. He crouched down, hugged her tight, and whispered into her hair, his voice breaking, "You're my everything." The hidden letters. But the surprises weren't over. Shiaozan stepped forward, holding a small wooden box. Inside were letters, handwritten by every family member, sealed in envelopes. His mother's letter spoke of her pride in the man he had become. His father's letter reminded him of the sacrifices they had made together. His daughter's letter, another one, longer this time, spoke of her dreams to one day be as strong as her Baba. And Shiaozan's letter. It wasn't read aloud. Yibo opened it in silence, and as he read, a tear fell, soaking the page. He didn't share the words, but the way he pulled Shiaozan into his arms after said everything. The music that broke him. A hush fell over the garden when the soft notes of a familiar song began to play. Shiaozan's voice, gentle, clear, trembling with emotion, floated through the night. It was their song, the one they had sung together years ago on stage, the one fans still cried over. But this time, Shiaozan wasn't singing for millions of people. He was singing for one person. For Yibo. Yibo's hand found his, fingers interlacing in front of everyone. And for the first time in years, he didn't hide it. Fireworks of forever. Just as the last note faded, the sky erupted in fireworks. But these weren't ordinary fireworks, they spelled out words. Family. Forever. Always. Yibo's daughter squealed in delight, pointing up at the letters blazing across the night sky. Fans watching from afar screamed, cried, fainted. The internet exploded in real time. And right there, under the golden glow of fireworks, Wang Yibo kissed Shiaozan's forehead and whispered words that were caught faintly on camera. "This is my real anniversary gift, you." Fans' reactions. Within minutes, hashtags trended worldwide. Hashtag Yibo anniversary surprise. Hashtag Shiaozan sings for Yibo. Hashtag family forever always. Clips of the daughter's sweet message went viral, breaking the internet with captions like, "The child is the voice of their love." Some fans cried openly, some joked about needing oxygen tanks, and others said, "This isn't just an anniversary. This is history." Backstage tears. Later that night, behind the lights and cameras, Yibo was spotted wiping his face with both hands. Shiaozan hugged him from behind, whispering something no one could hear. But a lip reader swore Shiaozan said, "I told you, we'll never stop writing this story." The legacy of the night. This anniversary wasn't just about romance. It was about family. About history. About promises made and promises kept. For Wang Yibo, it wasn't the fireworks, the letters, or even the music that left him shaking. It was the realization that everything he thought he might one day lose, he still had. And that, more than anything, was the ultimate anniversary surprise. Final scene. As the night ended, Yibo carried his daughter in his arms while Shiaozan walked beside him. Cameras caught the three of them silhouetted against the fading fireworks, a family etched in golden light. No scripts. No rumors. Just love, unshakable and unforgettable. And as fans around the world replayed the footage, one thing was clear. The Wang Yibo family didn't just celebrate an anniversary. They rewrote what love looks like. When the doors of the candlelit garden first swung open, Wang Yibo's entire world seemed to pause. The first part of this incredible anniversary story showed us his tears, the letters, the fireworks, and the heartfelt reunion with Shiaozan and their daughter. But what the cameras didn't fully capture was everything that unfolded after. Because what followed that breathtaking entrance wasn't just a celebration. It was a storm of emotions, secret surprises, and unforgettable moments that dug even deeper into Yibo's heart. The moment he froze. Yibo is famous for his calm composure. Fans often call him the Ice Prince, who rarely lets emotions show. But as he stood there, surrounded by his family's carefully staged memories, his hands actually shook. For the first time in his career, he forgot the cameras, the audience, and even his image. He whispered, almost inaudible, "I don't deserve this." Shiaozan, standing just a step away, reached for his hand. He didn't say a word, he didn't need to. That silent touch was enough to steady him. A daughter's bold request. After her sweet message, Yibo's daughter surprised everyone once more. She tugged at his sleeve, eyes shining with innocence, and asked, "Baba, will you dance with me tonight?" Gasps rippled through the crowd. Fans knew Wang Yibo as a professional dancer, but this request was different. This wasn't choreography. This wasn't rehearsed. This was raw, unpolished, pure. Without hesitation, he picked her up, spun her gently in his arms, and twirled her under the fairy lights. The garden filled with laughter as she giggled, shouting, "Faster, Baba." And for the first time that night, Yibo laughed too. Shiaozan's secret song. Just when it seemed the surprises were over, Shiaozan stepped back onto the stage. A hush fell. He took the microphone and said softly, "He thinks he knows everything about tonight. But there's one last thing he doesn't know." Music began to play, not their famous duet this time, but a brand new ballad. Shiaozan had written it in secret, just for this night. The lyrics were a letter in themselves. About love that endures through storms. about second chances, about building a home not from walls but from hearts. Yibo's eyes widened. He clutched his daughter closer, as if grounding himself. Halfway through the song, his lips moved in sync with Shiaozan's, as though he already knew every word, because perhaps, deep down, he had always felt them. The gift box that shook him. After the song, Shiaozan handed Yibo one final gift, a black velvet box. Fans held their breath. Was it jewelry? Something symbolic? Yibo opened it slowly, and froze. Inside wasn't gold or diamonds. It was something infinitely more precious, a small, worn-out leather bracelet. It was the bracelet Yibo had lost years ago, the one he wore during their earliest days together. He had thought it gone forever. Shiaozan had kept it all this time. Yibo pressed it to his chest, lips trembling. "You remembered," he whispered. And Shiaozan's reply was simple. "I never forget the things that matter." Fans meltdown online. As clips of this unfolded live, social media went wild. "This isn't an anniversary, this is a movie. When their daughter asked him to dance, I lost it. The bracelet. Are you kidding me? I'm crying in public." Some fans joked about needing tissues by the box. Others wrote emotional essays about love and loyalty, swearing this night would go down as the most beautiful moment in celebrity history. The private conversation. Later, when the fireworks had faded and most guests had drifted away, Yibo and Shiaozan were spotted sitting quietly at the edge of the garden. Their daughter had fallen asleep in her father's arms, her head resting against his chest. Paparazzi couldn't hear their words, but body language said everything. Yibo leaned in close, his forehead against Shiaozan's, speaking softly. Shiaozan's hand never left his. One insider, however, swears they caught a fragment. "Yibo, I thought I might lose all of this one day." "Shiaozan, you'll never lose me." The emotional exit. Finally, as they left the venue, Yibo carried his daughter while Shiaozan walked beside him. Fans waiting outside captured the moment, the little girl sleeping peacefully, Yibo protective and strong, Shiaozan close enough to brush shoulders with him. It wasn't staged. It wasn't for cameras. It was real, raw, a family walking into the night as one. And for many fans, that image became more powerful than the fireworks, the letters, or even the song. What this anniversary meant. For Wang Yibo, this anniversary wasn't just about being celebrated. It was about remembering. About realizing that no matter how much fame, success, or pressure surrounds him, his anchor has always been love, love from his family, from Shiaozan, from his daughter. And as one fan poetically put it online, it wasn't an anniversary of years, it was an anniversary of promises. The final whisper. Before disappearing into their car, Yibo turned back briefly. Cameras caught him mouthing two words toward the crowd, his voice soft but unmistakable. "Thank you." Not just to his family. Not just to Shiaozan. But to the fans who had witnessed every tear, every surprise, every unforgettable moment of the ultimate anniversary surprise.